Nearly 80% of voters in what are called farming-dependent counties voted for President Trump in the last election.
I feel like a lot of American farmers, cattle people, a lot of people probably feel let down currently. Now, maybe there's a method to the madness, that's still to be seen.
Many are now taking their frustrations directly to Republican lawmakers at town halls across the country.
I'm about ready to lose my farm. I am pissed, and I'm pissed at you.
So imagine this. You wake up every morning at dawn. You work a 12 hours a day shift under the sun, feeding America, your beloved country. And the man you voted for, not once, but twice, just slapped you with 6%, 60% tariff on your lifeline. And the same man think is the China that is paying the price. Your crops, they are rotting in the silos. Your debts are very skyrocketing and rising. Your dream has turned into a bankruptcies note or notice. That's not a movie scene, that's the reality for Americans, the heartlands of many farmers right now. Soybeans is being unsold. Equipments, the costs are going to the roof. And families are breaking down generation after generation on the same land. And get this, these are the very folks who believed in Trump's American First campaign policy. But today, they are begging for help. I'm Ipale Evans and welcome back to this channel where we cut through real ideas and topic. Hit that like button if you stand with our farmers and subscribe for more nonsense reaction. Let's dive in.
The effect of tariffs on the Heartland. American farmers have been holding out hope for relief as they've been slammed with rising costs and uncertainty, partially because of those import taxes. Soybean farmers in particular caught in the middle of this trade war between the U.S. and China. They are hard hit. There is a tentative deal with China that offers some hope, but farmers are, as we speak, still hurting. For this week's 60 Minutes, Cecilia Vega traveled to West Tennessee to see the impact on family farms and farmers like Jeffrey Daniels and Franklin Carmack. Take a look.
President Trump has promised a new bailout for American farmers, as much as $13 billion that he said would be paid for by the tariffs.
We're going to take some of that tariff money that we made, we're going to give it to our farmers, who are, for a little while, going to be hurt until it kicks in. The tariffs kick into their benefit.
Like most farmers we spoke to, Daniels and Carmack say they'd rather work their fields than rely on taxpayer money.
It will help pay some bills, but that's not fixing the problem. It's
we
a
got
Band-Aid when we need stitches.
Can you wait?
No.
Can you wait this out?
Farm families can't wait.
I hear it's affecting your health.
Yes. 4 blood pressure pills a day. 3 different medicines. 2 years ago, none.
What do you think about when you go to bed at night?
What's going to be left in a year, 2 years? Am I the one that broke what started in the late 1800s?
So here's the breakdown. Trump back in the White House and boom, he drops tariff and steel aluminium and on steel, aluminium and even copper up to 50%, I think people know. Then it sounds tough on China, right? But it's very wrong because China's punched back. They slammed the door on the US. The soybeans, one of the biggest export crop, billions and billions, are gone overnight. And what Trump do? Go and bail out actually American competitors who are selling to China. And let's talk about fertilizers cost. They're up to 30% up. Tractors up to 20%. The bankruptcies double what there was last year. And even the year is not end. And get this, Trump is even letting in cheap Argentinian beef, undercutting US ranches.
Do you feel like something's different right now?
I do. And to put my finger on it, it's really hard. But I know the numbers are going up. I know more people are affected. I know the prices of everything get higher and higher, and the stresses are added to it.
Jolie Foreman runs Shelby County Cares, a nonprofit focused on the high number of suicides among farmers. The organization is named after her eastern Missouri county, where there are no stoplights and one therapist for 6,000 people. When you first started, you were seeing how many people take their own lives?
So back in 22, if you calculated it out, it was averaging out to about a life every 3 months. And it was like, this has to stop.
Though it's difficult to know how many lives have been saved, Foreman believes her program is working.
Shelby County had the highest rate of suicide per capita in the state of Missouri. Suicide is so hard. We cannot really determine our success. We only can calculate the losses.
Come on. These are the red states. Heroes who built his base. And now, the same people are protesting in the No Kings rallies, begging for bailouts that won't even scratch the surface. Let's roll on the first clip, and Ohio Farming is talking about the mess he's in.
Half of all of the soybeans that we grow in the United States are exported. Okay. And out of those exports, the lion's share had been, up till this year, had been purchased by China. And the reason this is important, folks want to say, you know, well, just grow what you need and don't send it overseas. Well, I'm going to tell you what, the best way to extract foreign dollars and put them right into rural communities is through agricultural trade, and that's running it through farmers. Because farmers in these rural communities don't sit on their money. Trust me, we spend it all. And we spend it at the new truck store, the used truck store, the supply store, the feed store, the mechanic store, all across the board. And we spend it in our local schools through the property taxes we pay. So, you know what? Farmers in the mid-'80s, we had crops running in the streets then. We had a big crop then like we're on a precipice now. We got on planes, trains, and automobiles, and we went all over the world and made trade deals. And those trade deals are now being adversely affected and destroyed by this administration, and now we're having trouble selling.
Well,
so
Chris,
we need those markets back.
I have to ask, where do you stand on the White House's idea of helping farmers with tariff money that is being collected?
That's the most ridiculous thing. Let me explain it to you.
Okay.
Or your listeners, excuse me. Those tariffs I'm paying on inputs just this spring, and all of our parts, many of our parts come from other countries. All right. Just this spring, I go to my local John Deere dealer. I need a chain for my corn planter. I take it out of the box, John Deere box, dealt with these people for 40 years, John Deere part number, turn it over, it says made from China. Okay, I'm thinking, wow, that's odd. I just paid a tariff on that doggone thing. So here's the deal. I'm paying that tariff because my importer, John Deere, paid it. They paid it directly to the Treasury. Now the President of the United States is going to take my money and give it back to me and call it a bailout. That's just comical. And I tell you what, this administration has got agriculture, has got farmers exactly where they want them. And that is in need of what only Trump can deliver, and that's a bailout. What a terrible place for agriculture to be. Farmers are independent. They are independent businessmen and women, and they want to live off the land. They're creating income off the land for their communities, and President Trump has them right where he wants them.
Oh man, look at that face. That's a man in pain and not in politics. His family, they're farmed in that dirt for generations. And now the tariffs are crashing his export market. Trump and the policies are crashing his only source of income. And remember in 2018, it was the same story. Imagine, $12 billion bailout barely kept people afloat. Now it's Trump 2.0. And farmers are saying, in one word, we need more than crumbs. My reaction, it's pure heartbreaking. These folks are not winning. They are feeding us. Will you vote for tariffs that bankrupts your neighbor? Drop a comment below. I want to hear your thought on the same issues.
You think you can make it another year?
I don't know. Do you just keep going, rolling the dice, hoping things will turn? I mean, it's not looking good.
Hold up. This is a tear from a rancher. That's deep a red state country. 90% of Trump voters. And what he's saying is that he don't know if he'll make it to another year. That hits to the core. Then Trump here is talking about buying Argentinian beef, while 77% of American ranchers shut down every single day. That's not even American first. That is the American slogan. Will we say, or should we cut across American first and put American forgotten? And I'm sorry, but this is not betrayal. It's the moment that doesn't shake the base, nothing will. If this moment will not shake the red base system, I think nothing will. Who is me with that time? Hit that bell because we are just getting started.
Everybody's wound up today because Trump says we're going to import all this beef from Argentina. We're going to lower our beef prices because the beef's too expensive here. And I thought I'd throw my 2 cents in. First of all, it's not really a new thing to import beef. We've imported beef in this country for a long time. What is new, however, is the government getting involved because of the prices and saying the beef prices are too high. We're going to make a deal. We're going to buy a bunch of beef from Argentina, and we're going to undercut the American farmers and ranchers who are finally making some decent money. And that's just, it's a socialist mindset, if you ask me. That's not what I've grown up thinking as an American market, supply and demand. Where did that go?
This is not just about farmers. It's about you, my viewer. Your grocery bill is up 15%. Your bacon, your milk, your bread, they're all pricier because tariff ripple through every fuel, feeds, and fertilizers. Meanwhile, exports are down $44 billion. And the bankruptcies, oh boy, 100%.
You ever see somebody set their own house on fire and then hand their neighbor $40 billion because their house needs a new roof? Welcome to American trade policy. This is so crazy, just try to hold on. The U.S. slaps tariffs on foreign goods, claiming it will protect American farmers. Sounds tough, right? Except now, those same farmers can't sell their stuff overseas because other countries hit us back. Reciprocated tariffs. That's econ speak for they flipped us the same middle finger. So our beef and soy exports tank. Meanwhile, Argentina jumps in and fills the gap in the Chinese market. They loosen export taxes, flood that market, and start cashing in. And what does America do? We give Argentina a $40 billion bailout. $40 billion. To stabilize their economy. So now we've literally bailed out our own competition while American beef producers and farmers suffer. But wait, we're not done there. After bailing them out, the U.S. signs a deal to import Argentinian beef. That's right. The country that just lost beef sales due to this ridiculous tariff policy is now buying beef from the folks who replaced them. And when American ranchers complain, Trump offers them another bailout, similar to the 2018 bailout of $12 billion. What prompted the 2018 bailout? The same damn thing. Overly aggressive tariff policy by Donald Trump. Okay, so where's this money coming from for the new agricultural bailout? This is where it gets fun. From the tariffs the American consumer is forced to pay that started this whole thing to begin with. That's the loop. Tariffs hurt farmers and the working class. Bailouts reward rivals. Imports undercut ranchers. Then another bailout to fix the mess by the last one. Paid for by the American consumers getting charged for the same tariffs that launched this downward spiral in the first place. Every turn of this loop is paid for by us, the American working class. So what would have happened had we not imposed absurd, needless tariffs on China and every other country in the world? Nothing. None of this would have happened. we would be fine and inflation would have been down to the Fed goal of 2% by now. They call it trade strategy. I call it the dumbest game of buy high, sell low in world history. We are freezing foreign trade while squeezing the working class, all due to the ego of one man-child, and the folks who voted for him are either too naive to see how America is getting screwed or too proud to admit they were wrong. Folks, we can get through this easily if the administration would just acknowledge that tariffs are a tax on the American people and the working class and working poor are getting strangled while the top 1% gains more wealth than any other time in American history. I'm Lee Calvin with Rough Cut Media Network. More boots, less suits. We'll see you next time.
And here's the kicker. Even loyal Trump voters are waking up. You know, I saw a video of a one honey farmer who said he lost over 150,000 US dollars this year. And he was thinking of considering other option. Is it a poetic justice? No. This is a tragedy that people are getting burned by the same fire they help right, or they help light. This is a tragedy that there is burning farmers, the same fire that these guys lighted, ignited. You know, you should say, I think you should all carry placards, say end tariff, save our farms. And now the fight back begins. Imagine, from Kentucky to Iowa, farmers are marching. You've seen tweets, you've seen people speaking up. It's time to end the tariff war. Even there's this farm, I think, I watched the video, Rand Paul from Kentucky, who was saying tariff is hurting. And this is serious when even MAGA's own senators are calling out. This right here is the crack in the MAGA wall. When white farmers turn these policies, collapse. So let's be real. Trump tariffs are not protecting Americans. They are getting it from the heartland out. It's hitting American from the heart. These farmers, the same people who put him in the office, deserve better than bailouts and even broken, empty promises. They're outcrying now. And the question is, will we listen? Will he listen? If this hit you, like this video, comment, and comment down. Stand with those farmers. And subscribe for more reaction that exposes matter. Because at the end of the day, you can't wave the flag while you're burning the farm that is feeding you. You'll need to stay strong. You'll need to stay real. And speak out. Till next time, peace out, my loves.